And we are live with Mike from the Netherlands. Thank you for
Yes,
coming
sir.
on.
It was a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure, Russell.
Yeah, so I guess, how'd you get started in the nomadic journey? Like,
Yeah,
what's your
it's very
background?
yeah, cool. So, what happened is like probably 9 years ago, 2014. I was getting I broke up with my girlfriend in the Netherlands and stuff, and I was a bit depressed from that. So
Hmm.
actually, what I did is like I looked for a job abroad, and that's how I got out of my comfort zone the first time. I moved to Bulgaria. I got a job there. Worked there for 5 years. Eventually promoted to like a senior manager level and whatever. And it was a bit stressful. If you want to take a day off and such an office in such a position, it's pretty hard. But finally, I managed to go on a travel for 2 weeks to Thailand. And I remember that travel from the first day till the last, not like other travels that I forgot about them a little bit. But when I came there, the first time I actually met digital nomads, right? So I've always heard about nomads, always thought about becoming one, but it seemed like pretty hard to do. And there I saw people and I was like, wow, if these guys can do it, then I can do it too. So I was very proud of my job. This girl told me something, and that something clicked in my mind. She said, like, do you really want to work for a boss the rest of your life in one office, always making him rich, not yourself? And something in my mind switched. And as soon as I got on the plane back home, that's when I decided I'm going to quit my job. I landed, sent an email to my boss telling him I'm out. Had a 3-month notification period. And that's how it started. That's how it all started in a nutshell. Do you want to know everything that happened after that?
Oh, that's awesome. So when was this again? When did this happen? That you quit your job?
Almost exactly 3 years ago now.
3 years ago.
Exactly
Okay,
at the
nice.
start of the pandemic. Exactly at the start of the
Oh,
pandemic.
exactly at the start. Wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a tough time to start being a nomad.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. I mean, I got scared. So I quit my job when there was nothing going on yet. And
Mhm.
by the time I was supposed to leave, that's when the COVID started. And I was like, shit, should I actually maybe stay with this company? Should I? No, I was like, no. It's my dream to start traveling. I'm just going to do it. I'm pretty sure there is a way. And well, I haven't seen a lockdown in 3 years. So it worked out well for me.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yep.
So yeah, how's the journey been for the past? Has it been continuous? You've been a nomad working
Yeah, kind
remotely
of.
for 3 years?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I started out in Europe. When I came to Europe, it was still pretty open. Then I went to Ukraine for 3 months. I went to Egypt after that, where everything was still open. Then South Africa was actually in a very rough lockdown, and they opened up. So I came there to visit a friend of mine. Then I met a girl there. I stayed there for 1.5 years, which was actually pretty nice. But then the traveling always starts itching again. So I had some problems with my girlfriend, and then I started traveling again. That's about a year ago now, and done like 10 countries last year, I think.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
amazing. Yeah.
yeah, it was a fast. I mean, I had to make up for a year, 1.5 year lost traveling.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And then so what kind of work are you doing when you're traveling?
Yeah, so I started out, just freelancing, but also that like I still felt the same, like working for someone else, making them rich, they make me happy.
Mm.
So at some point I started a marketing agency. I was working for one, and basically, I saw what he did. I was like, I can do this too. Contacted my best friend, and we started this marketing agency together. Then when I was in Colombia last year for a few months, I actually started the tour agency in Colombia as well. Which is all automated now, so not a lot of work. So yeah, marketing agency is my main business, and I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I'm also doing some vlogging on the side with 1,000 nomads.
Yeah, I checked out your YouTube. I watched a couple videos. You're like in
Mm-hmm.
India, Pakistan. So
Yeah, the Pakistan ones were great. I mean, I have to find my flow in other countries, but the Pakistan ones were
yeah.
pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, so you're in Karachi on that beach.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a short one.
that
Yeah,
crazy beach.
yeah, dirty,
But
dirty beach. Yeah.
yeah, it was really cool though.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, maybe what is the 1000 Nomad? Is that a project you're working on? Or
Yeah, so
I-
whenever when I started out and I was like, hey, this is actually working out, it's not that hard to become a nomad. I always had this dream of like teaching or inspiring other people to do the same. So then I registered the domain name 1000 Nomads, and I was like, one day I will make something out of it. Then sometimes I have this inspiration, and one day I build a course. explaining like the basics, you know, like how to register a business in Estonia. For Europeans, that's very useful because you can just do everything online. How Upwork works. I gave them some templates to apply and stuff. And I think there's like 100 people that did the course. A few of them actually became a nomad. So yeah, I mean, it's working. And at some point I was like, you know what, how can I inspire people more? Or how can I find clients for free? Because I didn't want to invest a lot of money in this project because I want to do it for free. Yeah, it's like, you know, I started a YouTube channel, and yeah, that's what I started doing a few months ago. Yeah.
Nice. And you're still doing the marketing agency
Yeah,
currently?
that's my
That's your main.
life. I mean, that's my
That's
life.
your
Yeah.
life. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice. So it's like a full-time thing.
Well, sometimes. I mean, I don't like. We have a team now. So when we started out,
Mm.
I did everything myself with my friend, and now we have a team of like 12 people. I think we just hired a new one, so 12 people working for us. So I don't have to work, but obviously, if you want to grow, you know, you have to do a lot of stuff. You know, automations, building websites, landing pages, email campaigns. So there's a lot of work there. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've looked into marketing agencies and marketing a little, but yeah, could you maybe go into a little more detail of what that is exactly? Like starting a marketing agency, what?
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, if I didn't work for someone else who did it, because that's for me, like usually how I did things, you know, I wanted to learn about e-commerce. So I worked for someone who did e-commerce. I learned it for marketing agency. It was the same. I worked for someone who did it. Basically lead generation is what we do. So we run ads, paid ads on social media, YouTube search, to generate leads. So we build landing pages. We direct the ads to the landing pages. People fill in the form, and we send the data to our clients. So our clients are making a lot of revenue from that. And I actually took the basic strategy from the person I was working from, and then we just build it out into something far, far, far superior.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's
And you
awesome.
know, there's a lot of ways to scale as well. You know, so we, you know, first did only Facebook ads. Then at some point it was like, okay, so I don't know anything about Google ads, so find someone who knows Google ads. Now we're actually, instead of just focusing on the Netherlands and Belgium, we just hired a team in South America. We hired a few guys in Italy, and we're hoping to even expand into the Middle Eastern market soon. So we are looking for some Arabic people right now. So yeah, that's it's a very cool journey actually.
Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. And yeah, what's like a typical day look like for you? Do you have a
Um,
routine down, or is it kind of
I must say
changing all
that's
the time?
for me, that's the hard thing about being a nomad. Like if I'm settled somewhere, it's for me very easy to, you know, go to the gym every day or whatever. But you know, with all the traveling, you know, you also want to have time to explore, right? So it depends on the time zone. Like I'm now in Japan, like I just said, and
Mm.
it's amazing because my clients wake up late. So what I do usually in the morning, I get my coffee, do a few hours of deep work, so I don't get, you know, I can just focus on automations or writing stuff. While in the afternoon, I have all the time to explore wherever I am. Then I go back home, maybe have a few calls with clients. And then usually at night, you know, there's always time for a drink or some nice food or going out with some friends. That's basically what I do here. But it depends on the time zone, right? So
Right.
depends where I am, yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta kind of choose your location carefully, right? So you're not
No,
working in the middle of the night.
I think that never needed for me. Like now I'm in Japan. I mean, it's 8 hours ahead of the Netherlands, right? So,
Mm.
I mean, it's not the best time zone you would say, but my team is doing most of the work with clients. I just have to be there a few hours a day to help them out or give them some instructions. My work, I can do it whenever I want. So I basically in Colombia, I was in Colombia before. That meant I had to wake up a bit earlier so I can have some time with my colleagues. After that, I have the whole day free, basically. And then at night, the clients wake up again. So, I mean, every time zone can work, I think, as long as you're not doing the heavy lifting yourself.
Mm. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And
Mhm.
so is this something you're planning to keep doing long term?
I don't know.
Or
This
no,
depends how I feel.
hard to
Right
say.
now, right now I'm itching to stay somewhere for a bit longer. So I was thinking maybe to spend the summer in Europe somewhere. Just because I have friends there, you know, it's a bit easier to get around. I don't have to stress about where I'm gonna have dinner tonight. I just know where to go. So I'm thinking
Yeah,
maybe do
yeah.
the summer in Europe. You know, stay there for a few months and then, you know, yeah, continue traveling. Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
So
So
I'm
how'd you
probably the
end
only
up
thing. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, how'd you end up in Japan then? Or are you just on a trip?
No,
Like,
so I'm not sure how you plan. I'm not sure how you plan your travels or other nomads plan their travels. I
Mhm.
don't necessarily look for cheap destinations like some people do. I just check where the cheap flights are going. Not to save money, but
Okay.
that's just to help me decide. So I was in Pakistan this year. I started traveling again in October, I think. I went to Pakistan to visit part of my team. Then India was a very cheap flight. Then from India to Hong Kong was a cheap flight. From Hong Kong to Philippines was a super cheap flight, and I have a part of my team is in the Philippines too.
Hmm.
And then from the Philippines, the cheapest flight was to Japan. So I was like, yeah, why not go to Japan? So that's how I do it.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, are you in Tokyo now?
Yes, and right now I'm in Tokyo. Yeah, I just been
Okay.
there for a week now. Yeah.
Nice, nice. Yeah, I used to live in Tokyo for a while, so
No, not, not you used to live in Tokyo for a
I
while.
used to live in Tokyo, yeah.
Oh,
It's a
nice, nice. Do you speak
crazy
Japanese then as
place.
well?
少しだけ.
Okay, that's
Yeah, a
more than
little
I do.
bit, a little bit.
More than I do.
But yeah, the food's amazing there for sure. So
It depends if you like seafood.
yeah, yeah. So oh man, yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Mhm.
So so with the marketing agency, I guess how long how long was the process from like where you started to where you're kind of running it successfully and having it like automated, having everything kind of
Yeah, it's
flowing
a
smoothly.
good questions. Good questions. So, yeah, like I said, I started out. I mean, I had an idea of how to do it or how to structure it because I worked for someone who did it. It was a very small scale company. So I already had a lot of ideas when I saw what he did. Right. So me and my friend just started. I built a website. I'm pretty good with that stuff. I
Mm,
built a website, run some ads, got a lot of leads. My colleague or my friend is very good at sales. So his task was to make sales. My task was to get leads and to help the clients that eventually come in. And that's what we've been doing for like 6 months until we had like 20 clients. We're making like 20K a month revenue, I think.
mm,
And that's when we were like, you know what, we wanted to do a little bit less because we were actually working 10 hours a day and it was like too much.
mm.
I mean, the reward was good, but we were willing to give some of our money to make our lives easier. So that's when we started hiring some people in the Philippines because it's a bit low cost, of course. From there on, we started, trying to replace ourselves. So we found an account manager in the Netherlands. We found a client manager in the Netherlands. And basically now all that we have to do is manage and improve and being real entrepreneurs. I mean, that's basically what we have to do now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
how big is your team now? Like how many people
12,
would you
12
say?
people, 12
12
people.
people.
Yeah. And then me and my friend as the owners and managing the business.
Okay. Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Nice.
Very cool. Yeah.
And yeah, and how do you manage the like work life balance? Because that's seems to be something that's kind of hard for nomads to get down.
Yeah. Yeah,
Do
I
you
think
find the
that's the
balance
thing
is
about I do. For me, like I said, because I mean I have a team, so if I want to take a day off or even a week off, I can do it anytime. For me, I work when I feel like it. So there's weeks where I have lots of inspiration and motivation when I work maybe 12 hours a day for fun because it makes me happy,
mm,
and then I might just take a whole month off because I don't have to do anything. Maybe just be reachable on my phone, which is of course a thing if you're an entrepreneur. You have to be reachable basically all the time, in the middle of the night, in the early morning.
mm,
But yeah, and otherwise, like I mean, I think I have a good healthy balance. Yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's really cool.
Mhm.
Um, so would you, for people who are interested in becoming digital nomads, would you say starting a marketing agency is a good route to go
No,
down? No.
no,
Okay.
no. I think
No.
no. I think I really believe that you have to do it with baby steps because most people that want to become a nomad, I'm not sure who's exactly your audience, of course, but most people
Hmm.
who want to start, like they always think we big ideas, like, oh, I have to start a big company, but that's not how you learn stuff. You cannot start a marketing agency if you don't know how to start a business in general. So
Hmm.
I would always advise everyone to just start with some low level jobs. Maybe you can do customer service for a marketing agency or for an e-commerce company or for a big podcaster, and see how they
Mm-hmm.
do their business, see how they run their business. And I think if you know how their business runs, then it's easy to replicate parts of that, bring in your own ideas. I think that's a much healthier way for most people to start. Of course, if you are an entrepreneur, start a marketing agency. But if you don't have any experience, I mean, you're not going to be able to do what other people do that have the experience, right?
Right, exactly. Gotta start small, work
Yeah,
your way
I
up.
always say start small, start as a freelancer, just do the shittiest jobs out there.
Yeah,
But for companies that interest you, right? Like, I mean, if you, yeah, I mean, just find something that interests you, find a job for a company there and do whatever they have, you know, just do whatever you can do that they have.
right. Yeah.
That's what I would say, huh?
Hmm. Nice. Yeah, yeah, that's good advice for sure.
I think so.
Um, yeah, so I guess where can we go? How about favorite places?
Favorite place?
Have you had any
That's a
favorite
hard.
places on your journey? How many countries have you been to in
Japan is
total?
my 29th, if I'm right, 29th.
29th.
Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, have you had any kind of favorite places to be as a
Yes.
nomad or traveler so far?
Definitely. I think there's, I mean, I could count up. I mean, I think all the places I've been to are pretty much amazing. There's a few that I would not go back to, and one of them might be weird, but the Philippines, I probably wouldn't go back there very quickly. Or Nicaragua, Costa Rica, they didn't attract me at all. But what I really loved
Hmm.
staying was South Africa at first, because the internet is great, nature is amazing, the people are super friendly, and it's dirt cheap.
Hmm.
Mexico was incredible for the food, again the people, and if you speak Spanish, it's incredible place to be. A lot of things to do, a lot of nature, everything is there. And then third one is Colombia, but I must say Colombia, it was very hard for me to say no to parties. So if I had to
Hmm.
choose somewhere to live right now, I would probably say Mexico or South Africa.
Okay, nice. Nice. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mexico is a really popular place. Yeah, I was
exactly.
nomading there for a while. Like
Mm-hmm.
Mexico City is great.
Yeah,
Oaxaca.
Mexico City must be the best city. I think like, in terms of what you can do there, there's so much doing to see. And you know, actually, it's not that dangerous. You know, if you just walk on the street during the day, it's fine. At the night, you should watch out a bit. But you know, during the day, it's fine. You know, it's busy, it's beautiful. The food is amazing. I don't know,
All
so
right,
much to
yeah,
do.
I was really impressed with Mexico. That was one
Yeah,
of my favorite places for sure. But
yeah.
nice. Yeah, that's cool.
Mhm.
And so you're doing the marketing agency and you've got the working on the YouTube channel as well, right? And then
Yeah. And
do you have
the tour
any
company in
oh,
Colombia. Yeah.
and the tour company. Wow, so you're very busy.
Yeah. No, it's all automated. So I have a guy in Pakistan. Actually, he organizes everything, and I have my tour guides there. So the only thing I have to do is check my messages, confirm that the ads look well, or you know that the web that the landing page looks right, and then he just does everything else. So it's basically no work for me.
Okay, nice. Nice.
Yeah.
And are you planning to focus more on one of those three things?
The
Or you're
marketing
just
agency.
the
The
marketing
marketing
agency
agency.
mostly? Okay.
Yeah. So what we're like, I'm not sure if I told you, but what we were planning, we started out in the Netherlands and in Belgium. Every now and then I would meet someone internationally that we would onboard, but now we're actually starting to focus on the international market. So we even rebranded. So basically, I have two marketing agencies, but you know it's the same shit, just two names.
Hmm.
And yeah, we're trying to focus now on the international markets because in the Netherlands we see a lot of competitors that are copying what we're doing. So we're like, you know what, we should probably just try to find other markets just in case, you know, something goes to shit in the Netherlands. So that's what we're trying to do now.
Hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So, oh man, yeah, it's a lot, to take
It's a
in,
lot, right?
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, you sound
Yeah.
really busy, but I guess you've got it all automated. So,
Yeah. So I'm not sure,
yeah.
you know about Zapier? Do you know about Zapier?
No, I think I've heard the name before.
Yeah, that's
But
a problem, man. That's a problem. Okay,
okay.
that's why I can, you know, say that I have a marketing agency. I have a team of 12 people, and like everything basically is automated. You know, so I train the people once, click on this button, and then this whole sequence of things happens for clients. We even automate like client reports, everything like in beautifully designed Google Docs. And it's all automated. Everything is automated. And if Zapier can do it, I have someone in the Philippines or in Pakistan that can do it for me. So Yeah, that's why I do have a good work-life balance. Like I say, I have a tour company. There's money coming in every week, but it costs me like 2 minutes a week. That's all I do.
Right. Yeah. So what exactly is the tour company? That's
So it's MDE Tours. The website, I mean, is not finished yet. That does need my work. But if you go there, mde.tours, you can click on the link and you will see the landing page for football games. And next to that, we have advertisements in we have ads running actually for other tours, to natural sites or bar hopping, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what we do.
awesome. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And what have been the most challenging parts of your nomadic journey so far?
The
Have you
paradox of
had
choices.
paradox of choice? Okay.
You know what it is, right?
Right, like
Yeah.
having not being able to decide what to do with all
Yes,
your freedom.
and
Right.
it is depressing. It's really depressing. Like I don't know. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to be here, but where should I go next? Like, where should I go next? And it can really ruin my day because I'm just thinking about it. I'm checking Skyscanner, checking all the flights. I'm like, yeah, this is nice, but then, oh yeah, but then that, and this is nice, but this is nice, but this, and it's just so
Right.
hard. It's sometimes so hard, and it sounds like it's a first world problem, obviously, but
Yeah, yeah.
to me, it can really be depressing. It can really be depressing.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Like
Yeah,
you have so much freedom and then you're like
yeah,
suffering because you don't know which direction to take. Is it the right
exactly,
way? Is it yeah.
exactly.
Um
And that's why
so
I usually follow my cheap flight strategy, so that I don't decide, but the cheap flights decide. But sometimes there's 5 cheap flights, and then it's hard. It's so stupid, but
yeah.
it can really ruin my day.
Yeah, that's cool. But so you do go by cheap flights and not by cost of living of the country?
Not necessarily, no. Of course, like if a place is more expensive, I might take a cheaper hotel, or it will not be as fancy. But like I was in Hong Kong, for example, which is known to be one of the most expensive places on earth. But actually, it wasn't
Mhm.
that bad. Like it depends on how you're living. You don't have to go to a 5-star hotel or a 5-star restaurant every day. I actually had a nice hotel room with a good view, and then for food, there's so many cheap options around. For drinks, there are so many cheap options around. So yeah, I don't really look at cost of living necessarily. But yeah, if I feel like I want to have a month of luxury, of course, I'm gonna pick a cheap destination.
Right. Yeah, nice. So how's your accommodation usually? Like where do you stay? Usually
Yeah,
hotels
so
or
usually I try. I mean, I used to do a lot of Airbnbs, but after a few very disappointing experiences because the pictures weren't the same, or owners
yeah.
were rude as fuck, or the costs didn't end up well. I actually stopped using Airbnb completely. So now I'm completely reliant on Facebook groups and Booking.com. That's usually what I use.
Okay, nice.
Whatever I can find. Yeah. I prefer apartments still, but on Booking.com, I think the service is so much better. If you have a problem, they will refund you right away. While Airbnb,
Mm.
I mean, they have their warranty, but I mean, it's a lie. It's just a lie.
Yeah, yeah, I've had a few bad experiences with Airbnb.
Exactly. Exactly. And if you book a place for a month, I mean, you're fucked, right? Like you book a place for a month, and then you're there, and you have to stay there because you already paid probably a lot of money, and then they won't give you your money back or find you another accommodation. You're just fucked in the same place for a whole month. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm
Right,
over that.
exactly. Yeah, for sure. Do you do any like hostels or co-living spaces, co-working space?
Sometimes, yeah. Like for example, now in Tokyo, I mean, I was staying in a nice hotel, but it's so hard to meet people. Sometimes it's so hard to meet
Mm.
people. I mean, there's couch surfing, the meetups there, but it was hard to meet people that were fun or whatever. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay in a hostel for a week, see what happens there. And I must say, this is a very cool hostel. So yeah, I might stay here for a bit more.
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, right, because loneliness can sort of be a problem with a lot of nomads because you're always moving and
hmm,
everything. So how do you
exactly.
find that? How do you like meet
Yeah,
people?
I'm a pretty outgoing person. I'm not scared. If I'm in a bar, I'm alone, and I see some people having fun, I'll probably just go up to them and say, "Hey guys, what's up?" And maybe we'll become friends, maybe not. Otherwise, I'll just say cheers and go away. Hostels are a great option. Looking for events are usually a great option. And what most people don't know, and I think everybody should know, so I hope that I can inspire people to download the Couchsurfing app, because most
Okay.
people think Couchsurfing is just for staying on someone's couch, but that's not the case. Couchsurfing, I'm not sure if you know, there's a meetup function there.
Oh yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
I've used
basically like a
that.
Tinder. Yeah, it's basically like a Tinder for friends. But most people don't even know about it. Like I meet so much nomads, and they're like, "Oh, Couchsurfing? No, man, that's I pay for my place to stay." I said, "Yeah, me too." But you can meet people there that are actually super fun to meet. You know.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, that's I think very good advice to people here. Like, you know, get the Couchsurfing app, pay the €2 per month, but it's worth it.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've used it a couple of times in Thailand, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's really nice. You just open it up, and there you go.
A friend,
You have
I
friends.
have so many friends for life that I made there. Like so many friends for life. It's incredible.
Yeah,
Travelers,
that's awesome.
locals, anything you can meet there. It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I guess yeah, you're always solo traveling on your nomadic life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Okay.
mean, I would love to have a nomadic wife one day, but I mean,
Okay.
those are hard to come by, because I'm not gonna. I don't feel for. I'm not a good teacher, so I don't feel for teaching someone how to do it. I'm just not good. I don't have the patience for that.
Mm,
So yeah, I hope one day I'll meet a beautiful nomadic girl and whatever. But not my priority. I'm always traveling alone. I love it. I love it too. I'm not sure I could handle being able to discuss the next destination with someone, because for me, like I said,
mm.
it's just the cheapest place. I want to see the whole world, and a lot of people are not like that. So a lot of people are very picky with their destinations, and I'm not sure I can handle that yet.
Yeah, exactly. It definitely complicates it if you're traveling with a
Mm-hmm.
partner, for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
Also, I
But
doubt. I mean, I think like even if you're with friends, you meet less people, right? And for me, it's incredible to meet all these new people all the time.
mhm.
It gives you a lot of new views on life, especially in new countries. And yeah, I would hate to miss out on that for now. I mean, in a few years, I don't know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's what's been the most challenging experience so far?
The
Uh,
most challenging experience so far. Well, I think that there's this new thing coming out now, and it's with these companies like Facebook, because I work Facebook ads. That's very important for me. Uber,
mm,
Netflix, Spotify, all these huge companies. They're doing something anti-nomadic. I'm not sure what's going on with these companies, but they are
hmm.
constantly blocking my accounts because of suspicious activity. I mean,
Oh, really?
I'm on a few nomad Facebook groups, and I hear this from so much people that these companies, I don't know what's wrong with them, but they just keep blocking us because of suspicious activity. And for example, Uber, they have locked me out for 2 months now. I keep submitting their form, and they won't unblock my account because they think I'm too suspicious. But I'm just a traveler, man. I'm just a
Oh
traveler.
man.
I'm I always pay Uber. They make lots of money for me, and now I cannot use Uber. And I don't want to give money to them. Okay, I prefer not, but I need them. Same like
Right.
Spotify. I need them to listen music. I mean, of course you can use other programs, but I want Spotify.
Mm,
Netflix too. You can skip Netflix and watch it illegally, but I just want Netflix. And it's with all
right.
these companies is the same, and even with Facebook, like it's my business to run Facebook ads. I'm making hundreds of thousands of euros for them,
Hmm.
and they just block my account every now and then, locking me out for a few days. It's a mess.
Mm.
That's what I say is the most challenging for me in this lifestyle.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've had similar problems with like Uber not working and
Mm-hmm.
getting locked out of accounts. So
Yeah,
yeah, for sure. I guess like yeah, I guess they're not quite ready for the nomadic lifestyle yet. It's not really I mean it's
yeah.
definitely
So
getting popular, but
I'm actually
mhm,
thinking of this. Yeah, I'm actually thinking of this great idea, like a big Nomad Resistance.
mhm.
That sounds a bit crazy, but
Yeah.
I already built something that can automatically, based on email addresses on a list, fill in forms on Uber.com, on Netflix.com. It can automatically fill in their contact forms. And then Chat-GPT
Mhm.
will write an automatic email explaining about our lifestyle, why they should not block our accounts. And if I can get like a list of 10,000 people, that list is worth probably $1.2 million a year for these companies. So I hope
Mm.
that if I get such a big list, that maybe we can make a change, because they probably need one single button that says I am a nomad, and then it's
Mm.
fine. Why would you block us for being in another country? I mean, that's why I have Uber.
Yeah, exactly.
Uh, it's just,
Yeah.
I think probably they don't know about this. I mean, that's it. And probably it's super easy to solve. They just have to stop blocking our account.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, gotta start the petition for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm trying. Like, I just want to send them daily emails, like from 10,000 email addresses. If I can manage that, I mean, the tool works. I'm now just trying to collect people to join the resistance, let's say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Chat-GPT. Do you use that a lot in your agency?
Yeah, we started using that a
You
lot
started
recently.
using it?
Yeah. And also Midjourney, which creates super cool images.
Mm.
So for example, we run ads for solar panel companies, and I wanted to make some very funny ads. So what we did is in Midjourney, it generates images. It designs images for you based on exactly your description. So if you say, I want a picture of two people dancing, it makes a picture of two people dancing, a unique picture. So what we did is we asked it for a picture of a donkey that's powered by solar panels. And I promise you, this ad, it's crazy. It works incredibly good. Like, people are clicking because, I mean, how often do you see a solar powered donkey on your Facebook timeline?
Right. Right. That's crazy. And that's all
Yep.
just the AI. Right.
It's
That's
all the AI
crazy.
doing that. It's incredible. Yeah, it's incredible. It's a bit scary, but for me now,
Mm.
it's worth it. You know.
Yeah. So do you think that's going to be a good thing going forward with your business? Like having
Yeah,
AI tools?
for now, yeah, but I mean, I think, I mean, I'm not naive to think that AI can ever replace me.
Mm.
I'm seeing a lot of people that think that, oh yeah, but ChatGPT makes so much mistakes. Yeah, it makes mistakes for now, man. But if you're a content writer, watch out. You know, watch out. You might be out of business
Mm.
very soon, because this is just ChatGPT version 3. I mean, version 4 is
Right.
coming out. Then there's version 5. I mean, if this one
Right.
makes mistakes, the next one might not. You know, like, don't be so naive to think
Yeah,
that you are always
exactly.
going to be needed. Right? Think about other plans, make other plans,
Yes.
try other things.
Yeah, for sure. It's just going to keep getting better. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, we're almost out of time with the Zoom call.
Saw
So,
it. Saw it.
yeah. Yeah, so do you have any final things you'd like to share or any tips for
Um.
people interested in getting started, like being a
Yeah.
nomad,
Sure.
traveling?
Sure. So yeah, I mean, of course, I mean, I said the things I wanted to say in advance. I said them, like the thing about these companies blocking us. I
Mm,
really hope that one day this will be solved. I think we as nomads together should try to fix this problem. Like, not just forget about it, but just like keep writing these companies so that they know that we exist and that we have a right to use their services as well.
yeah,
Um, uh,
exactly. Yeah.
to start becoming a nomad, like I said, like, it's just, I think, don't think too big from the beginning. I see a lot of people that want to start a nomad and they're already thinking like, oh, how can I start this business? I want to start an e-commerce business, but they don't even know what's working. You know, they don't even know
Mm,
how Shopify works. Forget that e-commerce business. Work for someone else first. I think that's a free school. You know, you can go to school or you can just work for someone, learn it, and learn, see what works, and use their lessons to start your own business one day. And take your time for it. You know, the opportunity will always come. There's work everywhere. There's money everywhere. You just have to be there to grab it.
yeah,
I would
awesome.
say, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you so much, Mike, for coming on. Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Russell. Thanks for the
All right.
invitation.